My dear friends and my dear masters, my name is Vishwanath Rao. I am from Bangalore. Currently, I am working as a software engineer in a company called G-Rhombus Technologies Private Limited. So today, I'll be sharing my journey and how I was introduced into meditation. So, when I was studying my 9th standard and when I had summer vacations, I had gone to a place which is very popular, which is Tirupati. So after completing the darshana in Tirupati, I went to Kalahasti. So that's where I learnt meditation. So I just got a small pamphlet where a person taught me how to meditate. So after completing 9th standard, I continued practicing meditation in my 10th grade. So by practicing meditation in 10th grade, I was able to have a very good memory power and I scored 90%. So after completing 10th standard and when I went to my 11th grade and 12th grade, I totally forgot about meditation. I didn't practice meditation and the results came down to 56%. So after completing my 12th grade, I joined engineering, and in second year of engineering, I had failed in 8 subjects. So while studying second year of engineering, I was thinking that we have only one life, and in this one life we have to achieve all the things. So I was going for cricket coaching, and I was also going for dance class, and I was also doing engineering. I was trying to achieve success in each and everything, but I failed in each and everything because of my ignorance and because of lack of wisdom. So when I was at home, since I was studying in a Karnataka, there is a university called Vishweshwaraya Technical University, which has the rules that if you have failed for more than 5 subjects, you cannot proceed to next year. So I was staying at home. That's when again I was introduced to meditation by one of our neighbors. So for the very first time when I sat in meditation, I had a very good experience, and I continued practicing meditation. So as I practiced meditation, I got a lot of confidence. Then one day I got a message from Pyramid Valley. So in Bangalore we have a beautiful place called Pyramid Valley International, which is the headquarters for Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement. So I got a message from Pyramid Valley that there is a 5-day spiritual science workshop. So from my inner I got a very strong feeling that at any cost I have to attend this workshop. So early morning Monday I just left home and I came to Pyramid Valley. I was then, once I reached Valley, I informed my parents that I am in Pyramid Valley. So in the spiritual science class, I understood what is karma, what is how karma affects our life. So I also understood the basic spiritual science that we are not only body and mind, but we are also soul. So with this understanding, I was able to understand why do we suffer and why are we facing certain challenges in our life. Then after coming for 5 days, I stayed for 10 days. Those 10 days totally transformed my life. So even if in it was completely dark, I was able to walk alone. Initially in my childhood, even if I want to go into a dark room, I was getting so scared. I was asking my mom to switch on the light. I was so scared. But after attending the spiritual science workshop, I understood that we are not this body, we are soul. So maximum what can happen, we'll just leave the body. There is no death for the soul, right? So I started walking in complete dark, and I was able to overcome the fear of darkness. Then once I went back home, I listened to Patri Sir's audio, which is called as Sankalpa Shakti. In Sankalpa Shakti, Sir clearly mentions that we have many lifetimes. This is not only one lifetime. So we have many lifetimes, and each and every life you have to choose one particular field and completely focus on that particular field. So I understood that I was trying to achieve everything in multiple fields, and I failed in everything. So I chose engineering as my field, and I started writing my exams again. From that time I started focusing on my exams. I was able to clear all the exams. I continued practicing meditation 2 hours every day from then, and from then on I never failed in any of the exams. So once I completed 7th semester, I was about to go for 8th semester. So in that circumstances, what happened was my dad was doing a business, and we had our own property in Bangalore, and we had our own vehicles, but due to some reasons his business completely collapsed, and we lost all the property. If today we have everything, if we had our own house, own vehicles, the very next day we had nothing. We were literally on roads. So even at that circumstances, I didn't go into depression because I was practicing meditation from 2012. I didn't even cry once that we have lost our property or something, because I had born and I had grown in that house for almost 20 years, but I never felt any attachment. Through understanding spiritual science, I understood that all these things are temporary. Nothing is permanent. Only permanent thing is the wisdom, the experience that you gain in this life. So by this experience, I understood all the circumstances, and I took guidance of senior pyramid masters like Premnath sir and Basraj sir, and I stayed in my friend's place for few days, and I stayed in my relatives place for few days for the 6 months, and I completed my engineering. The biggest miracle was, once, if today is the last day of my exam, the very next day I had job in my hand. So generally I observed most of my friends who complete engineering in 4 years and do many specialized courses, they were still searching for job. They were still not able to get the job. But I had taken 6 years to complete engineering, but I got the job the very next day. So I was working, staying in my relative's place, and as I started getting salary, so I made my own house for the family, and we started living together. But as I said, I got a job, but I had completed engineering in mechanical background, but I got a job in software company, which is Silvermine Software, as customer support executive. As I was doing job, I got a doubt that, like, I have done mechanical engineering, but why am I doing a software job, and that too customer support service for US based company? So with my own doubts, I again started trying to work in a mechanical department. So with the reference of my friend, I got a mechanical job, but the salary was very less. It was around 12,000. With 12,000, I was not able to balance the financial situation at my home. So what I did was, from morning 7 o'clock to evening 7 o'clock, I was working in a mechanical job, and from evening 7 o'clock to night 1 o'clock, I was working in a software job. But to do all these things, to work so hard, meditation was my backbone. Every day I used to wake up at 5, I used to practice meditation, I used to get ready, and I used to start my work. So I did work from morning 7 o'clock to night 1 o'clock for 6 months. During this period, I was reading the book Milarepa. So Milarepa book was a great inspiration. If any of you have read the book Milarepa, you will understand how hard Milarepa had worked to gain enlightenment. So the book Milarepa was a great inspiration. I felt that in front of Milarepa, my difficulties are nothing. It's very small. So it inspired me during those 6 months. So after 6 months, our software company said that you can either choose one job. So then I understood that nature had given me right job to balance the family situations and financial situations. Then again I chose the software job, and I started working in a software company. So as I was working in a software company, I was still not satisfied about the job. So I was just thinking that right now, like, Android course is a very hot course, so let me do Android course. So I used to sleep for 2-3 hours in the night, and again I used to attend Android course to learn Android development, and I used to again meditate for 2 hours, and again I used to go for work. So this was my routine, but still I was not able to connect to my my inner was not accepting that. So again I was not able to complete the Android course, but again I continued the same job, but still there is dissatisfaction within me. So as I continued doing the job, again I tried for a different job, which was IBM mainframe. But even when I did that course, still there is some dissatisfaction. I should just sleep for 3-4 hours. Again I used to come attend the course, and again I used to go for work. So even if I had less sleep, I was able to balance everything only because of meditation. So in meditation, I have heard that 1 hour of meditation is equal to 6 hours of sleep. So with the practice of meditation, I was able to balance everything. Even any difficult circumstances, I was able to remain stable. So as I continued working, one day I just sat in meditation and I started questioning myself, like, what is the real purpose of my life? What is the real thing that I have to do? What gives me happiness? So in meditation, I just sat in meditation, and as I questioned, so from deep within, I got an answer that you have to work as a corporate counselor. So I was amazed, I was shocked. I was trying to learn some software courses like Android and IBM mainframe, but how come I got a message like corporate counselor? So what I started to do was I started to know more about myself, because I understood that if you want to counsel any other person, if you want to guide any other person, the first thing is you have to know about yourself better. You have to know more about yourself, and you have to know completely in depth about yourself. Only when you go deeper within, you can go deeper in other person. So with this understanding, I started practicing more and more meditation, and I continued doing the job. But still in 2019, I was not very satisfied. So I just thought one thing: if I get any new opportunity, I'm going to leave this job. So all of a sudden, I got a new opportunity in one of the orphanage as a management person. So they required a management person. I joined there as a management person. As I joined in that orphanage, I started doing services, but still they were since it was an orphanage, they were not able to pay salary for me properly. So again I thought that what's this, I'm just doing all these things, but still I'm not able to get a proper job. Then I thought, okay, again I have to go for the same job, and again I have to uh, continue working the night shift, because previously when I was working as a customer support, I was working in a night shift, so I didn't want to work in the night shift. So as I went ahead, I just attended Soul Coach program from Dr. Newton Kondaviti sir. So in the Soul Coach program, I understood lot and lots of concept about spirituality and spiritual science. So as I understood lots and lots of concept, while coming back from Hyderabad to Bangalore, I was sitting alone in a train, and I had a very beautiful experience. As I was observing the nature, so I got an insight that how a mother will take care of its baby when the baby is in the womb. Similarly, we are all in the womb of Mother Earth. So if you surrender, if you connect to nature, the nature will take care of you. And I started having the same experiences. So I used to always follow this mantra: as your inner, so your outer. Spirituality is the root, physicality is the fruit. And the one great statement which I always follow is from Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ says that seek is the kingdom of God and his righteousness first, then all else will be added unto you. So for me in my life, most of the experiences were practical experiences. Whatever I need at that particular time, if it is really required, I used to get it some or the other way. So seek is the kingdom of God is nothing but practicing meditation, and his righteousness first is practicing ahimsa and practicing dharma. So when you do both, when you practice meditation and when you practice ahimsa, and when you are on path of dharma, all else will be added unto you. Whatever you need, whatever you deserve will come to you. You don't need to go behind anything. So this was the experience which I was having practically. So I understood this concept, and when I came back home from Soul Coach, I started reading the book called The Surrender Experiment by Michael A. Singer. So it was such a great book which touched my heart very closely. So I understood one thing, that we have to completely surrender to universe, to nature. And by surrender, I mean that we are not surrendering to any guru or someone. We are surrendering our mind to our own soul. So when you surrender your mind to your own soul, you connect to your own consciousness first. From your own consciousness, you connect to universal consciousness and cosmic consciousness. So when you have such connections, whatever you need at the right time, you will get it in your life. So as I said, I was working in orphanage, but still I was not able to get proper salary to manage the household things. And since I was in such a difficult circumstances financially, I only thought one thing. While reading the surrender experiment, I'll just surrender to universe and the right thing will come to me, right? So as I was working there, one of the software company's head had visited that orphanage, and he said that why you're going to work in the same job again, you can work as a automation test engineer. So I accepted that. I just thought that universe has given me this opportunity and let me accept it, and I wanted to learn the course. So I thought if there are any pyramid masters who are working on the same field, then I can learn from them and I can join the job. And during those time I was organizing vegetarian rally in Bangalore. So we had organized around 25 to 30 vegetarian rallies in Bangalore. So I was going and taking police permissions, and I was also deciding route map for the vegetarian rally. So at that period, one of the masters in Bangalore, there is a place called Amrutahalli. So they had called me to organize a vegetarian rally. So I went there, and when I went to their house, the person who was a sponsorer, the name of the ma'am is Somya ma'am. So she was working from home. So I asked her, like, what work are you doing, ma'am? So she said that I'm working as automation test engineer. And I was amazed. As I said, I was looking for any pyramid master who was working on the similar field, and I was able to meet her. Then she said her that I'm working on the same, and if you want, I'll suggest you an institution. You can go there and learn this course. But since I had a very difficult financial circumstances, I couldn't afford to pay the fees. So there was a fees of 21,000 to do that course. So I just thought to myself that okay, since I was not able to pay the fees, let me learn on my own and get a job. Then I was just working on vegetarian rally, and after few days I had to take police permission for vegetarian rally. So I went to police station and I took permissions, and when I came back to their house, they said that today we have a spiritual gathering, why don't you share your experience? So I started sharing my experience. I said how I started my meditation and all about my journey. So at the end of sharing all my experience, they said only one thing: so we understand your situation, so we'll be paying your fees so you can go and do the course. So again, it was a biggest miracle for me. As I said, I didn't ask for anything, but when I shared their experience, they themselves allowed me to do the course. So I went, I did the course, and as I was doing the course in the institute itself said that we will only provide you job. So again I surrendered to that process, whatever they said. So I just surrendered. I said okay, fine, whatever you say, I accept it. So I again surrendered, and as I did the course in that particular institute, I got the job. So till now I never attended any interview, but whatever happened, it just came into my life, and whatever came into my life, I completely accepted it. So this was how this is how I'm working in a software company right now. Along with my personal experience, I also from the very beginning, once I started practicing meditation, I also went to schools and I started teaching meditation. And whenever I taught meditation in schools, it was a very beautiful experience. The children were enjoying a lot, and by listening to their experiences, I was enjoying so much that at a very young age they used to have a beautiful experiences. I also went and taught meditation in corporate offices, and apart from that, I also was organizing vegetarian rallies in Bangalore, where we used to spread the awareness about meditation and vegetarianism. So around 100 to 150 people we used to gather, and we used to decide the route map, and we used to have a starting point and the end point, and we used to spread message through flyers about vegetarianism and meditation, and it was a very beautiful experience. So, and also right now, since from the time of COVID-19, so I have started teaching meditation from Pyramid Call Service, Bangalore. So every day morning from 6:30 to 7:30, I've been taking guided meditation. So I've already completed 41 days of guided meditation, and we have also started season 2 of guided meditation. So in this way, I'm also contributing towards PSSM in spreading meditation and vegetarianism. So this is my overall journey, my dear friends. I hope my last message would be, for each and every person, meditation is must. If you want to truly understand what your life purpose is, if you want to lead a happy life, if you want to lead a healthy life, meditation and vegetarianism is the only way, my dear friends. Along with this, reading spiritual books. I've read very few spiritual books, but even if I've read a few books, they have had a very great impact in my life. And right now, I'm reading a book called Swami Rama. So, Swami Rama is a must read for all the spiritual seekers. If you want to understand how a spiritual seeker should live, what all qualities a spiritual seeker should have, then Swami Rama is one of the greatest books, my dear friends. So, our Guru, our Master, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, have given us a great platform to spread meditation and ahimsa. So I am always thankful for him, and there are basic 3 things that we all have to follow. The first thing is practicing meditation. The second thing is reading books, that is Swadhyaya, and the next thing is Sajjana Sangatya. So only when we practice all these 3 things, we will get to know the purpose of life, and also we will understand spirituality more and more. So friends, let us all practice meditation, and let us do Swadhyaya, that is reading books. Swadhyaya also means self-studies. So self-study is nothing but being in mauna. When you observe your own self, when you start practicing meditation, and when you start observing yourself, when you start observing your thoughts, only when you observe something, only when you know where you have to make a change, you can really make a change, right? So it's very important to self-observe yourself, self-analyze. When you self-analyze, you can change. You will know where the problem is. When you know where the problem is, you can work on it, and you can change your thought patterns, right? So the very basic thing is, we have what I have understood is, we have 4 kind of thoughts, that is disastrous thinking, negative thinking, positive thinking, and miraculous thinking. So as we practice meditation, all the disastrous thinking, all the negative thinking will be washed out from our minds, and we will be in a state of positive thinking. And as we practice more and more meditation, we will reach to a state of miraculous thinking. So when you reach to a state of miraculous thinking, just your thought, your very thought will start manifesting things, my dear friends. So let us practice meditation regularly, and let us have a very great life, and let us enjoy our life, because this life is meant for celebration, right? So only when you are practicing meditation, and when you are in a stable state of mind, you will have a greatest enjoyment, right? And the one last thing which I have also learned from our Guru Brahmarshi Patriji is the concepts about E. So the first thing is experiment. First E is experiment, the second E is experience, the third E is enlightenment, and the fourth E is expressiveness, and the fifth E is enjoyment, right? So if you want to really understand what meditation is, the first thing is you have to do experiment. Do an experiment with meditation. When you do experiment with meditation, you will get experience. So based on your experience, you will get enlightenment. When you share your enlightenment, you get, that is expressiveness. When you share it, you get enjoyment, right? So please do experiment with meditation, and definitely you will have a great life. So this is my own personal practical experience, my dear friends. So I wish you all practice meditation and ahimsa, and become great spiritual leaders and great spiritual masters. Thank you so much. I once again thank PMC for giving me this opportunity to share this experience. Thank you, friends.